I got a real quick one for you today. We're going to be taking a look at a brand new 10-inch Android tablet from Dragon Touch, testing out some gaming with it, some emulation, see what to do, how it performs, how it looks, all that good stuff. So this company, Dragon Touch, they reached out to me saying, hey, we have a brand new version of one of our best-selling 10-inch tablets, the new MAX10 Plus. Would you like to take a look? So I looked at their Amazon reviews and I was surprised. They have tons of different tablets they sell and they've had thousands upon thousands of positive reviews on them. So I figured, why not? Let me give it a shot. I recently bought my son a 10-inch tablet, a Samsung A7, so I figured my angle could be, since this is cheaper, around $60, $70 cheaper than the Samsung A7. Similar specs, not exactly the same, but my angle could be, after having used this, would have I rather have bought this for him and saved some money or stuck with the Samsung tablet? So that's where we're at. We're going to be testing some stuff out. This is listed to have a 1080p screen, 10.1 inch. The back of the box and all the specs, even when you look at the tablet, it's a 1920 by 1200 screen. So I guess maybe I'm a little confused by why it's listed that way, because it's listed 1200 and then 1080 on the box. Kind of strange. Quantum dot technology has a higher color gamut than their previous version. This is a 3 gigabytes RAM version. They do have a 2 gig RAM version. Has that eye care. A lot of these tablets have that blue light thing going on. Octa-Core processor and Android 10, the most recent Android release. 5,000 milliamp hour battery. Supposed to give you around 8 hours battery life, and that holds true. That is pretty much where we're at. So I have the tablet. I've been using this for the past couple days. Does come with the charger, USB-C, and the power brick. You don't really need to look at that. The only negative review I seen on their tablets was like, we don't like the manual. It's just a freaking tablet. You turn it on and you go. But after looking at this manual, I'm like, it's actually pretty in-depth with getting everything set up, more so than I think most people would need. So maybe they've changed that, or maybe just some people expected more. I don't know. But we do have the specs listed in the manual if you want to freeze frame on that and really read up on everything. Bluetooth 5.0, pretty good stuff. So we have 32 gigabytes built-in storage space, expandable micro SD card slot. So when I first started messing with this thing, it feels really nice. It has a good build quality to it. Touch that Dragon all up. You got your rear-facing camera and your front-facing, 5 megapixels and 8 megapixels on those. USB-C on the top there. You could take off this little thing right here to expose the micro SD card slot, which that's one of the things I really don't like. It kind of feels a little cheap coming off of there, but you have micro SD on the side. SIM card slots there, but they're blocked. So probably for a different market, they have SIM card capabilities, but this one does not have it. Now I did run some benchmarks on this thing. We have our volume and our power up top over yonder. So when I compared this to the Samsung's definitely a little bit more snappy, responsive, going into things, news articles and whatnot, opening up Google Chrome. It's a little more sluggish, not crazily so, but yeah, it feels fine. The screen looks really good, mind you. But I did run some benchmarking on Geekbench, both on this and the Samsung tablet. I don't have the Samsung tablet, but I do remember the benchmarking numbers on that, if numbers mean anything to you. But let's go to my history real quick. So for CPU, we got a single core score of 141, pretty low. Multi-core score of 644. Now, mind you, the Samsung A7, the scores were pretty much double, a little more than double on both of those, on the single and the multi-core. So there's that. Really nice looking tablet. Playing games on it, I tested a handful of games. First off, Fortnite is not compatible on this device. You cannot play Fortnite on this tablet here. Oh, and we do have our speakers on the bottom. Just want to point that out. But you cannot play Fortnite on this if that's something you're interested in. I don't know if there's a way to sideload it to make it run, but it doesn't have enough RAM to run on this device. But playing things like Call of Duty and PUBG, which are not games I typically would play this way, You know, I did test it just using the touch screen. I couldn't get a controller sync to it right away. Had to charge a controller, and then I wound up charging it and using it, and it was fine. But playing those games, Call of Duty, it seems to play fine. Not too much in the way of performance dips. PUBG seems okay, but both of those games take a hell of a long time to load compared to playing them on the Samsung tablet. It just seems like you're gonna give up after a while before the game actually gets into the game starting, you know, loading up the actual game. So there's that to keep in mind. Playing things like Dreamcast or Redream, really a mixed bag. Some games just stutter like hell. Some games maintain that buttery smooth 60 frames per second and the audio is good. Then some games will have glitches. So it's gonna be a mixed bag with that kind of stuff. Very capable device to emulate a lot of the older consoles, but don't really look too far past like PlayStation 1 type of thing. You know, for these kind of tablets being lower priced than like a cell phone, spec-wise, the CPUs that are used, not gonna be the same performance that you would get out of even a $400 phone, sometimes even less with, you know, how much you're paying for this. You're not gonna get that kind of performance. So that's something to keep in mind. Watching videos on this thing, it's actually not been too bad. The speakers sound really good in my opinion. Haven't had too much of an issue with that. Let me pull up a video. But YouTube loads pretty quick. Everything looks good. I mean, obviously part of that's gonna be your internet connection, but video, audio, sounding and looking good. So ultimately the question is, would I have chose this over the Samsung? The Samsung is just so much more snappy than this. So much quicker, things load faster, better performance overall. I'm the kind of person that would rather pay a little bit more to get, you know, a name brand that runs a bit better. You know, if this was closer to the performance on the Samsung, maybe I would consider it, but it's not a bad tablet by any means whatsoever. It's a decent tablet. If you're in the market for a tablet, say you're looking at one of the newer Amazon Fire HD 10 tablets, this might be something to consider. But if you're looking for something that is just Android based without any kind of shell over it and whatnot, I think the Samsung tablets are pretty good. I mean, for the lower end ones, if you're trying to keep it under, you know, around $200 or so. So there you go, my review of the tablet. I think it's all right, not a bad one. Pretty good build quality. Not much else to say about it. So appreciate you guys watching. Check out madpixelshop.com. And I will catch you guys next time. Peace out, bye-bye, big ass thumb butt, and boom. Bye.